Stop right there, because your refrigerator might be stealing flavor and wasting money every single week. Let me be clear up front. Most foods do not become toxic just because they were chilled. A lot of viral advice exaggerates. The real problem is usually one of three things. Taste and texture get worse, ripening gets ruined, or moisture builds up and leads to mold faster. Today, you'll learn 9 foods that usually should not be refrigerated, along with the few situations where the fridge actually makes sense. Let's start with potatoes. Cold temperatures can turn some of the starch in potatoes into sugar. That can make them taste strangely sweet and change how they cook. High heat cooking of sugary potatoes can also increase compounds formed during frying or baking. Whole potatoes do best in a cool, dark, dry place with good airflow. Keep them out of plastic bags and away from onions, which can speed spoilage. Bread is another common mistake. Refrigeration makes bread go stale faster because cold speeds up changes in starch that harden the crumb. If you'll eat bread within a few days, keep it at room temperature in a bag or bread box. If you need to store it longer, freezing works far better, and you can toast slices straight from frozen. Honey does not need refrigeration. Cold temperatures make it crystallize faster, and fridge moisture can cause condensation inside the jar after opening. Honey keeps best at room temperature with the lid tightly closed. If it crystallizes, gently warming the jar in warm water restores it. Coffee is a big flavor victim in the fridge. Coffee beans and grounds absorb odors easily, and refrigerators are full of them. Temperature changes from opening and closing the door can also introduce moisture that dulls flavor. Store coffee in an airtight, opaque container at room temperature away from heat and light. Long-term freezing can work if done in small portions, but daily in and out of the freezer hurts quality. Whole garlic also prefers to stay out of the fridge. Refrigeration can encourage sprouting and make cloves rubbery. Garlic keeps best in a cool, dry, well-ventilated spot like a mesh bag or basket. Once garlic is peeled or chopped, that's when refrigeration is appropriate, and it should be used soon. Bananas are tropical fruit, and cold slows their ripening while darkening the peel. The inside often remains edible, but the texture can suffer. Bananas ripen best on the counter. If they are perfectly ripe and you want to slow things briefly, short refrigeration is okay, knowing the peel will darken. Whole onions dislike moisture, and refrigerators are humid. That combination encourages softening and mold. Whole onions should be stored in a cool, dry, ventilated place. Once an onion is cut, refrigeration becomes necessary, sealed well and used within a few days. Tomatoes lose their best flavor in the fridge. Cold dulls the compounds responsible for their aroma and can make the texture mealy. Tomatoes are best kept at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, and used as they ripen. If a tomato is already very ripe and your kitchen is warm, brief refrigeration can slow spoilage. But letting it return to room temperature before eating improves flavor. Avocados are the most debated. Unripe avocados should ripen on the counter. The fridge slows ripening and can affect texture. Once an avocado is ripe, refrigeration for a short time can pause further ripening. If an avocado is cut, keeping the pit in, adding a little lemon juice, sealing it tightly, and refrigerating it helps limit browning for a short period. Here's the simple rule that prevents most mistakes. If a food needs to ripen, develop aroma, or stay crisp, don't refrigerate it too early. If a food is cut, cooked, or opened in a way that can allow bacteria to grow, that's when the fridge becomes your friend. If this helped, subscribe and share to help others.